calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
The ball carrier.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown.
Fairbairn lining up for the extra point.
So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Forced out to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for. And it's 3rd down.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st down.
Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble. And now 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Try and run for it. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Panthers will get the football back.
It's a turnover on downs.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Kaepernick. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, and someone jumped.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Kaepernick. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose.
Brandon Cooks, touchdown, Houston. Brandon Cooks hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
42-yard line. We got 4.
Now Kaepernick gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And at the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Number 22.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Kaepernick. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Ian Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Texans 14. Panthers.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
It's 2nd down.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Another try after the 1st down sack. Watson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Watson. Flushed out right. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach.
Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
Check 26, check 26. Move. Motion, motion.
And They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And out across midfield down to the 45. So not only do they convert on fourth, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Kill. 91. Check 24, check 24.
Kaepernick now on first down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Watson hitting Fuller with a big one, 41 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Dancing to his left. And incomplete.
Well, I would say it would probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
About 3 yards there to the 27.
28, the ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2nd and 12 at the Panthers' 14-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Watson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Third and 2, Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. To throw is Kaepernick, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
You got me, Ray. Don't be scared of it. Hey! I got this. Mike check 33. 33. Hey, keep it.
Kaepernick now to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. Touchdown, Houston.
Complete.
Brandon Cooks. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
The throw down the field caught by his running back. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Back to the air on second down. It's Kaepernick. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The 13-yard line.
Now Watson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
57.
Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a first down throw, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's White. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. On first down, it's Watson. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
57, Mike 57. Hey, tight down. There you go.
Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Watson. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yetur Gross-Matos in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Running out of the gun with White. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Hey, 91, 91. Hey!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 42. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, D. 57. Mike, 57. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. He'll run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Give him 30 yards there. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run. This is White. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Panthers.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for Ian.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. 1st down, 18-yard gain. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They'll get 34 yards there. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Number 22, Christian McCaffrey.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack.
Brings up 3rd down.
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. The Panther offense staying put. They'll go for 2. They go with McCaffrey. McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
38.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Now he'll let it go deep. He's got a man. Complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Texans push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
It's gonna take it. No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma go out one for the sake of
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Ross Blacklock showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. On second down, McCaffrey.
Number 23.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on third down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. Completes it to Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. Buying time to his left. Man open, that's Robert Foster, complete. And they do finally get him at the 12. A big play there on the catch play-action run. 51 yards.
First and 10.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Kaepernick will try again on 2nd down. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for one here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
McCaffrey, he'll try to run it in. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation, this time unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the 50, it's Watson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Easy. He likes to get those jump balls. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey, check line 33. Check line 33.
Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Back at the 12-yard line.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw is Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Back to throw. Kaepernick. Flushed out right. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Kaepernick to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Hey, we got 3 out, 3 out.
Hey, check back 33, check back 33. All day, baby, all day, all day, baby.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Kaepernick. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack on what will